What's up, family? Welcome to another exciting episode of Rappers in My Backyard, the podcast that stays lit. We rap about relationships, music, and entertainment. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you guys had a great week and was able to stay cool under all the hot weather we've been having, especially on the West Coast. Today, we're going to talk about our relationship with the opposition, the competition in hip hop. And we'll be throwing on the grill your vote, your voice, as it refers to this year's election. I want to talk to some young people about what they're doing on the front line so that we'll be sure to get this thing cracking for 2021. And you guys know that I love starting every episode with a quote that lays the groundwork for an amazing and provocative conversation. So here's the quote. Your biggest opponent, it isn't the other guy. It's who you see in the mirror. And that comes from life is worth competing for. And I think that quote sets us up nicely for the conversation we're going to have today. So let's talk, express, relate, connect with our special guest today. Milli is in the backyard.
What's up? How y'all doing? How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Hey, thank you for being on the show, man. We really appreciate that. I mean, hey, you got 1,000 other things you could be doing, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, what you been up to, Milli?
So, really, I've been working on my music, if you want to say, getting all the business aspects and stuff ready for it so I can start making my money and, building my brand and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm trying to thinking if I want to go back to school. I might go back to school. You feel me? Get a little degree, recording arts.
Yeah.
Degree.
Yeah.
Working on that. Yes, ma'am. At Full Sail University in Florida.
Oh, okay. Okay, that'll be a good look for you because, Milli, I didn't think I got into the industry and I didn't really think that I needed my degree. But every job I would go for, they'd be like, oh, Lisa, you need your degree and this, and this. And so I really had thought at first that it would be a waste of time, because I got so much street knowledge. But when I went back to school, what I got from that was so amazing. It actually changed. I was already pretty good in a couple things, but by going back to school, what that did, it gave me a really way to focus and work on my things that I wanted to accomplish. It gave me that trial and error experience. You know what I mean? Because we don't really like dealing with the red tape. So, I'll follow this step, then go to the next one. So I'm telling you, man, you would really, really get a lot from that. So, and it'll give you a strong foundation too. You know what I'm saying? And so I recommend that highly for you. I'm a UCLA grad, and I'm doing that brewing thing. So I know that it'll be a good look for you. I mean, you already dope, so this will just
appreciate
enhance.
It. Yes, ma'am. Much love.
Yep. So speaking of which, how long you been working on your craft? How long you been doing the hip hop thing?
Well, I've been writing music maybe since maybe 4. Whenever you learn how to write, that's when I first started writing music. I didn't start really recording and trying to be a rapper though until 2018, right after I graduated. That's when I decided to, I feel like I can rap. Everybody telling me go do this and go do that. Why I'm not, why I'm not doing it. So I can say I got about 2 years in the game, 2 years of learning.
Okay. 2 years is a good thing to have. You know what I'm saying? You got to start.
You learn a lot in 2 years.
Yeah, you do. So do you write and produce your music? Let's talk a little bit about that.
So I write everything. Anything you hear me doing, I wrote it. Anything. I wrote it. As far as beats, I go to different producers. I have producers I can call up and they'll make one for me. You know, YouTube, you can buy beats off there, different websites where people sell their stuff. So it really just all depends. You know, sometimes I might hear somebody like, hey, I need this kind of beat. Can you do it for me? Or I might just go to YouTube and just be listening to beats for 2 or 3 hours till I find the one I want.
Right,
you know, so
right.
it's really just based off, I guess, the vibe I'm in, the mood I'm in, what I'm really looking for.
Right.
That's really it.
So talk to me a little bit about these YouTube beats. You know, I've talked to several young people, and that seems to be a pathway to them putting their thoughts and ideas together. So how does that work? How does that whole thing work?
When you doing YouTube beats, they have some beats, I guess you could say some will be free for profit. You know, they had that in the description, meaning, you know, you could use it and post it, go make your money, and the person that made it wouldn't trip on it. Then they got some people where it's just free for you to use for non-profit. I had that in the description, and then they have ones where you have to buy. But majority of the time, if you're trying to use the beat and really go make money and you don't see free for profit, you're going to have to buy it. You know, so it's all about really, when you look the beat up, all you got to do is click producer, and you just go straight to his website and just buy it from him. Because a lot of people take somebody beat on YouTube and not pay them for it, and blow up and do this, that, and the third, and do it and never know it because there's so many people trying to rap. So it's like, you know, so it's really just about, you know, doing the right thing, really just giving the man his money.
Right. Yep. Like everything else in this business, man, there's one catch to this business that seems to be in everybody's story, right? They didn't get their money.
Right.
You know,
you got to spend it to make it. If you ain't spending it, how you gonna make it back?
Facts. Yep. So yeah, thank you for explaining to me about the YouTube, because you know, when we was trying to do this thing, it was just like straight up, you had a producer, y'all got together and y'all blend. And so it's just interesting the way you guys are manifesting that experience through purchasing the beats on YouTube and listening to them for countless hours of the day to find that one that's going to take you to the level that you're looking for. So that's cool. So I want to talk a little bit about, you know, your records, you know, how they come together. So first, let's talk about going back. You know, I checked out the video and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about it and how it came together, because you like really using the environment a lot to tell your stories in hip hop. So let's talk about going back.
So I filmed going back in the South of Baton Rouge, the South Side, you know, and basically going back, I wrote it during the time when it was like I wasn't making no money. You know, I just got out of school. I'm trying to make the rap pop, nothing working, everybody charging more money than what I got for features, how I'm gonna get the promo. And at that point, I was just like, well, you gotta just make your own game plan. So going back, you know, I ain't going back to the struggle was basically the whole moral of it. And the house I was at, that was my great grandmama's house, you know, so I use that house just to say, you know, that's where we come from. You feel me? And by being in Baton Rouge, everybody gonna feel it, you know, because everybody got their own different story. You know, you live your own way. So going back was basically just saying my story and how that was the old me and this transforming into this new Milli. You know what I'm saying? So it's just more so about to show them how I was feeling and how I'm finna be coming, you know?
Right.
How life was gonna be for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. There were so many subliminal messages with you using the environment. You know what I'm saying? Like your grandma's house, you had the old beat up tires, you know, and we love our cars. So there's a tire in every yard. You know what I'm saying?
Every yard.
Yeah, every yard. And then, you know, you had your boys, you know, who were also you know, backing it up. It was a really nice look. And I felt that. I felt that you was representing where you're from, you know. So you from New Orleans, huh? New Orleans?
New Orleans. I was in New Orleans when I was young. Grew up in Baton Rouge, though.
Oh, okay, cool.
With my mom. But yes, ma'am, New Orleans, 12th Ward. That's where I was at. Yes, ma'am, 12th Ward, Uptown. Hello.
Yeah. Y'all was y'all killed that one. Y'all killed.
Thank you.
Y'all killed that one. So let's talk about Wild Wild West. Okay. I love that too, because in this one you use like that slamming 808, and then you had, was that a violin in there I heard?
Mm-hmm. That what you heard? That's what you heard.
Oh my goodness. So talk to me about how that came together and who you worked with on that track.
So Wild Wild West, I wrote Wild Wild West when I was in New Orleans with my cousins. Steez and my cousin Westside. Steez, he shot he shoot videos, actually the promo with it. And he shot it for me. And then Westside, my cousin, he was just with me. So what we was doing was I was like, I need a song for just here, like what we like, you know what I'm saying? So what I was trying to come up with was something catchy, a simple hook. We in the Wild Wild West, but we really in the South. But the Wild Wild West, when you think about that, you think about, you know, people, gunslingers, people jacking trains, you know. So at the end of the day, I was just pushing it to make it look like, okay, well, this what it's like down here. This what we like to listen to. This what we on. We in the Wild Wild West, you hear me? So it just was a good vibe feeling to hype somebody up. You know, people like that, you know, buck them up. They like that. So you got to give it to them.
Yeah, and you gave it to them.
The place. Yes, ma'am.
And I mean, when you added the violin in it, I was just like, look at this elegance. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It sort of took me into a whole different space when I listened to it.
Yep.
So you rock that too. And I really like your creativity in your songs. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're using the environment, you're using, you know, old school 808, you're using instrumentation, you know, and all of that is what helps paint that perfect picture that you're trying to get across.
All about presentation. All about
yes, presentation. Indeed. Yep. That's it. You got one chance.
Right. Really. It's so many people trying to make music nowadays. The question is really going to be what's going to make you stand out. Everybody doing the same thing. Millions of people upload videos on YouTube a day. So what's going to make somebody come watch yours? Especially if you ain't already blow up. You got to stay different. That'll be different.
Yes, you do. So speaking of different again, you know what? I got mixed up. Wild Wild West had the saxophone in it.
It had violin. Go listen to it. It did? It had one in the background. When it breaks up, it have a part where it break open. Listen to the background. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. Yes, ma'am. Right. You had it right. It's a saxophone too. It's a lot of instruments cutting up. That's why I just left it so open.
Yeah.
That's going to make you vibe out. Like instruments, you gotta give them their credit.
Yeah.
You gotta love a good instrument. You got to.
Yeah. And there's something about adding those special pieces to dot the I's and cross the T's. So good job on Wild Wild West too.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And I'm just gonna keep this rolling, man. Your latest song is called Madman. And you using that's where you use the actual violin that really plays key in that song.
In the loop. Right.
Yeah. So because it's so crazy because the title's Madman and it's like that violin seems to like deaden the thought of that insanity. You know what I'm saying? It takes you just totally somewhere else. So let's talk about Madman. What was on your mind when you wrote that?
So Madman, at the time, I had a lot of anger in me, you know, from a lot of different family issues going on, you know. Everybody had their own problems with friends changing up and people, you know, calling, I guess how we would say playing on your top. You know, how we would say you playing with me, you know. So at that time I was like, well, I'm the kind of person that, I'm not gonna just jump straight off the edge and, you know, come at you with all the extraness. So I'm the kind of person that I take refuge in my music. You know, so everything, how I was feeling and all that, I put it all into a song, you know, and that's just how you get all your feelings out, all your emotions. That's how you don't keep stuff backed up inside you. Because I'm not a talker. It's crazy. I'm not good with sharing my feelings face to face, but I can go put it in a song though. You know, so that's really what Madman was, just to get all the anger that I had in me and to put all that into a song and to say how I was feeling, you know, and to just really show like this how it can be, you know, this how you would think, this how somebody would act and all that. But you know, you gotta keep it on the low.
Yes, you do. And it also, you know, lends to the fact that when you're able to express yourself, you know what I'm saying, in that kind of way, it allows you to move on to the next thing that you have on in your life, you know? I mean, we're so good about holding everything in because we hard and we all of these things. But at the
Right.
end of the day, we need a release too. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it ain't no alcohol or no weed that we need this release through. We need to express ourselves through our music. And that's why I said I'm so excited to talk to you, because I see the care that you take to make sure that your messages are clearly seen and felt, you know, and that's something.
Gotta have substance.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Gotta have substance in your music. What you talking about? What you rapping about? It's real easy to lose focus. For somebody to lose focus from a song, take about 3 seconds for somebody to scroll past your music. So what you gonna say that's gonna make them want to sit there and watch it?
That's it. Yep. That's it. And then it was so cool because your body language was a madman too, dude.
Right.
You definitely have a vision for your sound. You know, yes, and I talk to a lot of young people that come on the show and outside the show, and I always ask them, what's your vision for yourself? And then they're just going like, oh, it depends on if I feel this way or I feel that way. But it doesn't. You have to have a vision on what you're trying to get across. You know what I mean?
Because if you don't know what you're trying to say, how somebody else gonna know?
Facts.
How they gonna get the message? How they gonna get the message? They can't read your mind.
Yes.
Yep.
And so, you know, also, dude, I know, Milli, that you are a crazy freestyler because I be following you on Instagram. So drop me a freestyle. You know, I'm going to put you on the spot. Drop me something.
Okay. Let's see. So got something I can say. I ain't never go to the safe house. I just made it out with a safe route. Shawty, she a scam, wanna know what my bank bought. I only wanna check. Let me see what the cake bought. I'm finna turn up in the bay now. Good weed, bad chick. Can we break it down? Backseat, full clip. We gonna make it out. And you only live once, so don't play about it. And I stand 10 toes in the deep end. And I shine bright like a beacon. And I just put 2 and 2 together. I've been thinking why they dudes acting out of line, kind of creepy. I be working every single day. Fuck chilling on the weekend. You used to be a good girl. And I shawty freaking. They don't want me to rap for real. I can do this all day. They don't want me to go for real. You feel me? That's just quick, you know, something quick.
Yeah. Real quick, man. So you know what? That sets us up nicely, Milli, to go to the grill. Let's take it to the grill. Throw that grill on. Shoot.
How you heard me? Grill up in the back.
Yeah, look, you got your grill in the background.
Mine on too.
That's facts, man. I tell people all the time, in the backyard is where we have developed and learned so much about each other and our family and our culture. And so that's why we chilling in my backyard right now, learning about each other and learning about you and what you gonna do and who you gonna be in this music thing. So back to the grill. On the grill today, Milli, we got your vote, your voice. So when I say that, I want to get your opinion on some things. I mean, you out there, you seeing what your friends is talking about, what they going to do for this upcoming election and everything. We got a lot of issues right now, man. We got the COVID-19. We got the racial unrest.
It's real.
Yes, man. And we got the student debt, and then we got the poverty that continues, which is the economy. So I just want to know, what are you doing and what are you hearing out there on the front line about the young vote? Y'all gonna get out there and vote this year?
So I am, you know, I grew up in a family. My mom gonna make me vote. I don't vote. They might pop me in the back of my head, you know. So I feel like with my generation, it's more so, it's the knowledge that we don't have. Put it like that. It's not that they don't know they're supposed to be voting or something like that. It's more so they don't know who they voting for or what they voting for. Because anybody can say we don't want, you know, the president to be who it is, or the mayor to be this person, or the vice president to be that. You know, we can always say who we might want, but when you don't do your research on it, it's not gonna make you want to go. You know, so I feel like most people that say they go vote, you know, I do know a couple people my age that go, but majority of people be like, man, I'm not finna go vote. I go for the presidential election. I don't know, you know, I don't know nothing else. They ain't voting with the school board, you know, for the mayors, for laws, you know, because they don't know about it. You know, if you didn't grow up in a house where your parents told you about it, it's not gonna be a priority in your head to go do it.
Right.
So it's really just all about, you know, getting more knowledge and for people to see that, you know, your vote gonna count. They ain't gonna see it till it affect them, put it like that. Once it affects them, then they gonna wanna go vote. Then they gonna wanna go change something. Yep.
Right. Well, I mean, it's not affecting them now. You know what I mean? It has to be affecting them now. I know a lot of young people that ain't got no jobs. I know a lot of young people, you know what I mean, that have enormous student debt. I know a lot of young people that right now is just suffering mentally with having to stay indoors and not be able to get out there and explore, which that's what they want to do at that age. Mm-hmm. So how are you handling that? How are you keeping your mental health cool too?
So it's all about, I'm a kind of person, I learned how to meditate. Somebody showed me how to meditate. Mm-hmm. I wasn't always doing it, but somebody showed me, just that time to where you could sit down and really think about everything that's going on with just you. Only think about yourself. Sit there and decompress everything wrong going on. Think about, what plans you got going on. For example, COVID. How I'm gonna travel and make money and be an upcoming rapper, but I can't go do no show. I can't go travel nowhere. I'm gonna have to quarantine for 14 days. So what you gonna do? Whether you gonna go sit on Instagram all day and post all day or go to another social media and build yourself up like that. It's just all about you sitting there and figuring out how you wanna go with life. What you wanna do. So that's really how I keep myself, and pray.
Yeah.
Prayer
is big.
And God has some plants that he created that can help you as well, that you can put in something and, you feel me?
There's all kinds of way to get that nice spiritual layback that you need. And also I was thinking, now, with this COVID-19, a lot of the older people who used to volunteer and go to the polls and serve so that people can go vote freely. Now we got an issue with that because their age group are the ones that were losing the most due to this pandemic. Now, have you heard of any of the young people possibly going to be poll workers or something like that? Because we need those young bodies in there now because they're not going to volunteer.
Right. I don't know anybody because that I could think of. Like I said, most people that I know, they don't even really go vote. So it'll be more so towards. I know adults, older than me that's going, but as far as people my age, I don't really know. They don't trip. They don't be caring about it.
That's just bizarre to me because you know what? It's your guys' future. You know what I'm saying? Right. Your mother then lived her life, your grandmother, your aunties, you know what I'm saying? We've already had an opportunity to take part in economic growth and in the different things we want to do with our lives. So if you guys aren't concerned about your future, we are really in big trouble because nobody can do anything differently but you guys. Right. So if you had to, what would be your ideas that we could get the young people hyped to go on out there and do something, be a part of this movement? We need to do get in some good trouble.
Right.
I
feel real in all reality, it's as simple as telling your friend come vote with you.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that, telling your friend come vote with you, hey, even if you got to go, just tell them you going somewhere else and y'all finna go vote. Right. It's a lot of different ways, you could do it. And by doing that, it'll at least bring more awareness towards it. Cause like I said, they don't go. So, they don't feel like it really matters to them. My mama going to vote with her, my grandmama going, my auntie and I ain't got to go with her, so it's more so just about really getting them in there to do it. I feel like, telling somebody to go, seeing more people go that's their age. Seeing somebody 18 going to, whether that's not in there with her mama or that's not in there with his mama. They in there by themselves to go vote. So I feel like it's just all about, the awareness. It's all about the awareness with it.
Yeah. And so I know that I'm going to be talking about it all the way up to the day that we vote. So everybody that I have on here, I want to see, go vote, take a friend with you to vote, do something, because how are we going? Go ahead.
If you don't got a friend to go vote with, I'm going to vote with you. I'm
Yeah.
going to vote. I could be your
Yeah.
friend. We virtually doing it together. Coronavirus, you know?
Right. Wearing your mask and going to vote, because the bottom line is we need you guys to understand what we're up against and get a little bit into the Black history and your culture. Again, like you said, we all come from different backgrounds. You know, some of us wasn't fortunate to have a parent to engage with to let us know what it is our responsibility is really to the culture. But we can't make an excuse for that. We have to get out there and make sure that those that don't know really get a chance to know. You know, maybe parents can start taking their kids with them when they go and vote, so that that'll be a memory. I remember my mom took me to vote, and so that's something that's ingrained into our DNA, just like our mothers took us to church. I wish I would have said, I can't make it to church that Sunday. She was gonna walk me up in there, you know.
She gonna drag me if she got to. She gonna show, my mama would have showed me.
Yeah. So the bottom line is, you know, Milli, is tell a friend, get out there. You know, I mean, you're popular on Instagram, you know, sit on out there and be like, look, it's our, you know, our vote is our voice. So if you ain't saying nothing, then don't vote. But what will you have to complain about if you don't participate in the process? And that's my whole thing, because I know a whole bunch of people that don't vote either. But if you don't vote, I don't want to hear about what you're thinking, because you didn't vote.
You should get, you know? That's how you tell it. Go vote. That's how you tell how you feel.
Yeah, definitely. And with that, I just want to say to you guys, many have died for the opportunity to vote, you know, and we just lost John Lewis. That should be fresh in our soul, in our thought process. And like I said, we need to get out there and get into some good trouble and vote. It's your vote and it's your voice. And with that, we're going to take that sucker off the grill. We did that, Milli.
Yes, ma'am. Flipped it. It's time ready to go. It's ready.
It. That's it, man. So let's just keep rolling with these questions. So in a lot of your songs too, I hear you saying things like, you know, you keeping focus on the opposition. So I want to know, in your opinion, what is our relationship with the opposition in hip hop, the competition?
So it goes, it's all about, just like I said, with you being different, it's all about the competition that you have is going to be the people that's already blown up, as well as your underground artists. So first, you know, the first competitions you have, like me right now, my main competition will be underground artists, or the people who will be popping in my city, like, you know, Scotty Kane, Sherwood Martin, those kind of people that's popping in Baton Rouge. They got the whole Baton Rouge lit. You know, that's my competition right now. So I'm watching them, what they doing. What kind of songs they making? Okay, who they trying to talk to? Okay, so now I can think about that and do that, try to do it 10 times better than them. And then once you get past that, now you're at the next step. Once you're on top, now it's everybody that's number 1, number 2, number 3 is top 10 on the charts. You know, how you gonna beat them? It's really all about just knowing what area you in. You know, so if I'm in hip hop, you got to know who your competition is. You know, right now, Lil Uzi wouldn't be competition for me because I'm not up there yet. You know, I'm still working to get there. But somebody like, you know, Nino Calvin from New Orleans, I'm trying to get the way he is. Let me try to pass him up. You know, so it's really just all about knowing who's all, you know, in your area and the status that you got and how you moving up. It's all about your levels. It's all about the levels.
Yep. And that's the way, you know, that you're able to grow and collaborate with other artists, is by doing your homework like you're doing. You ain't trying to say, okay, I'm coming for, you know, somebody that's already made it. You're saying that there's levels to this, and each level takes work to do, you know? And so, you know, and that's the competition and the opposition that me and you are referring to is from a space that we can live and talk about it tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
We ain't talking about pulling out your guns and all of that to prove a point to me and all of that.
Right.
I think we need to get back to what it always originally was built for, and that is for I'm nicer than you with my lyrical game. So do your homework.
Right.
You know?
Because at the end of the day, you know, it's all you're just trying to make money. You trying to be successful in your life. You don't really have nothing to prove to nobody, you know, because everybody got their own life. So how you gonna be mad at me for what I'm doing, or how I'm gonna be mad at you for what you're doing? You know, just focus on yourself and just keep elevating. That's really all it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So do you think that social media has helped with this whole exposing of who the competition is in hip hop?
Of course. Before social media, you know, when it was just in the beep or payphone era, it was more so you having to go out. You got to go around, travel around. The only people you gonna know that's popping is ones that's mainstream artists. You know, so you wouldn't know who your competition is outside of your city. But on, you know, Instagram, I could find out who the #1 underground artist is in Washington, Africa, Australia. You can find out who everybody is. It's an easy connect, an easy networking thing. So, you know, it's not really as hard, you know, to find somebody. It's not really as hard. Or like, to find out who they is, you know, and learn about them.
Yeah. And then just kind of see, you'll be able to look through, like you follow them and different stuff like that. You're able to see the type of things that they've done along the way to get their career to where it is.
Yeah, ideas and everything. You'll think of stuff you would never think you would see until you go look up another artist. Like, oh, wow, I ain't even think somebody would do that. Then boom, now here we are.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, that's the fun thing about when you keep your eye on the competition, aka the opposition, because you know, I mean, you always need to know what the other side is doing, so that when you come back, you know, you got a decent chance to measure up to that, you know. And then another cool thing I'm finding from social media, you're finding out that you only got a certain amount of time to get those ideas out, because you could be thinking about something and then you'll look tomorrow or in the next hour and somebody else already did it. Yep. That's exactly it. Now, also, I hear you in a lot of your songs, and also when we was talking in the top, you are a bag baby. What is a bag baby? Break that down for me.
Bag baby started from basically my name Milli. You know, I feel like I was born to have a bag. You know, I was born to be a bag baby. You know, the story of how my name and stuff was originated when I was born, that biblical cord was wrapped around my neck. So I had to come a month early. I was supposed to come February 7th. I was born January 7th. So the doctor, when I was delivered, the doctor told Mom, you know what, he's one in a million. Okay, we're gonna name him Million. So first I'm looking at it like as a bag baby, you chasing the bag. And feel like I've been doing this since a baby. I always had, you know, I feel like I always had a purpose, you know. So first I feel like my purpose, you gotta have money. That's me, you know, you gotta have a bag. You know, you can do a lot without money, but come on now. You know, you have a little money, you probably can do stuff. So bag baby, it all originated from me sitting in my room. And I was just like, you know, I'm trying to get a bag. I'm trying to get some money. How this music gonna work, you know, how all this gonna play out. And I was like, well, I've been saying this since I was little. Bag baby. I've been trying to get a bag since a baby. Bag baby. And
that's it.
All right, that's what I'm finna use. And that's really how I got put together. That's how I got put together in my room.
That's dope. Started.
Yes, ma'am.
Bag baby. So get that bag, Milli, get that bag. And
yes,
also, you got to get it. You're going to get it, though. You're doing everything that you need to do, man, to be aware, to be competitive, and to be an owner of your own music, you know? And so that's huge. That's huge. I was also checking out your Instagram the other day, and you was getting a whole bunch of swag and bags and things like that at this place called the store.
The ugly
Talk
store.
to me.
The ugly store.
Talk to me about the ugly store. Talk to me about that.
So shout out to my man at the ugly store. But basically, you gotta love yourself. That's what ugly stands for. You gotta love yourself. I was just out. He located in Lake Charles.
Okay.
That's where I was at. So I was out there, and I was really just with one of my people, just networking, doing some music stuff, and we ended up going to the mall. Now, what mall? Preen Lake, maybe? Preen Lake? I could be saying it wrong. I ain't from Lake Charles. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. But we was in there, and he ended up knowing my people. So went in there, was talking, got a shirt, made a little freestyle for him, promo for promo. He posted the rap. I did the rap with the shirt on. Bought it from him. So it's promo for promo, quick connect, networking. First time meeting him in there. So yeah, go shop with him because all his apparel nice. But yeah, that's really how all that happened. Was walking through the mall. Ain't know nothing about the ugly store till I saw it.
Right. Yeah. I love, now what does the ugly stand for? Because I want to be ugly too.
You gotta love yourself.
Yes, you gotta love yourself. Man, that is such a strong statement right now with everything that we're going through. You know what I mean? I gotta hit him up and get something to wear on the show. Or maybe you can hook me up. You know what I'm saying, Milli?
Of course. I got you.
Tell him to shoot me a ugly shirt. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Good looking, man, because I'm telling you, that message is so strong, because I think, like, to be honest with you, man, that's just the source of our problems is loving ourselves. Yeah.
Powerful. But that's where it starts. That's where everything starts at. You gotta love yourself before you can do anything.
That's it. Could you imagine a world? Let's just imagine, just for a hot second, if everybody in our culture loved themselves. You know what I mean? Because
it would be no hate, because by loving yourself, you wouldn't, first off, by loving yourself, that creates the environment that you're not worried about no one else around you. Yeah. That's first, you loving yourself, meaning, you good with everything you got going on, how you look, whether it's body positivity, your mental capacity, whatever it is, how you dress, how your hair look, it's all just about, you got to love everything about you and what you're doing. So if everybody loves everything about them, I don't feel like, the world wouldn't be too bad. You wouldn't have no haters. Because a hater, somebody that don't love themselves. Because how you going to hate on me? What you hating on me for? You just want to be where I'm at. That's how haters are. So you got to love yourself. It speaks for itself, really. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it does speak for itself. You know what I mean? And just seeing, how you were just able to go into the store, you know what I mean? And organically, get with the guy, you put his shirt on, he put the wrap up or whatever else.
Right.
That's the way you form relationships in this business. And this business is about relationships. So the way that you treat people is the way they're going to respond to you. Not in all cases, but we have to stay focused on our case. And our case is you gotta love yourself. You know what I mean? And I know I'm giving your boy free advertisement, but it ain't about that. It's more about being able to get across to our culture every minute and second that we can, that we matter,
Right. Got it. That's how it gotta be.
Yeah, definitely. And so I gotta ask you, Milli, how do you handle the pressure of being an artist that is a son of a legend? I gotta ask you.
So, how I handle it, I don't feel like I guess you could say I'm used to it. It's not more so, the pressure for me is just basically, since you rapping, you know what I'm saying? What's my goal? So of course, by my pops being a legend, being Mystikal, I do have big shoes I gotta fill, for a long period of time, years, he was holding this spot down. So the pressure of it is more so just to see what am I gonna do, because when he was rapping, it was a different era of rap. So how I'm coming is like, is you gonna take over your era how he did, or you just gonna be chilling and try to jump off of his wave. That's what a lot of people think I do. They think his pop's a rapper, so he probably gonna jump off his wave. And not necessarily that's not the case, because I didn't want to rap growing up. Like I said, I didn't start rapping until I graduated. You know, everybody in school, they'll tell that anybody could tell. You know, Million said he did not want to rap. We'll get into it. You telling me go rap, you know. So it's more so just about, you know, people saying, hey, if you're going to do it, you got to do it. You got to put 100% in it because, you know, your dad did it. So if you're going to keep the legacy going, build your own and keep it going. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
It's just
and
motivation,
you know,
more so motivation.
That's it. I was just getting ready to say that, you know, you got to be motivated by your circumstances. You can't allow those circumstances to dictate who you're going to become. You got to use those circumstances to motivate yourself to who you want to be after all of this is over, you know. And to be honest with you, I got to let the audience know he is not at all trying to ride off of his dad's coattails because he didn't even want to talk about that as the nucleus of our conversation, you know, but being that I know who he is and you guys know who he is, we got to talk about that. And I just wanted to see, you got to talk about it. Shout out the Mystikal, the legend.
What's up, Pops? Hello.
Yeah, and you know, he came on the show. So y'all my first father-son duo, duo first that came on. Yeah.
Black history, hello.
Right here on Rappers in My Backyard,
we making
man.
It. Yes, ma'am.
That is such a good look, you know, and you have that animation with when you get behind that camera, you just like animated, dude, you know, so
gotta entertain.
Yeah, you know what? You have to keep his legend moving forward for the future, man. And you doing a good job with that, you know. And man, I'm sure you're gonna be A-OK with basically open. I had to make that face, you know what I mean, to elaborate. Yeah, I had to get into that mystical thought of mine, you know. But you're going to be A-OK in this business, man. You keep being humble and you keep doing your homework, studying the greats, being the great and being the bag baby you are, and keep that focus on getting that bag, man. You're going to be good. You're going to be good. So how can we keep up with your movement, Millie?
So to keep up with me, you can follow me on Instagram at CTV Milli. I don't have a Twitter. I'm lame. I'm sorry. I know. I don't have a Twitter. I gotta make one, you know, but you can keep up with me on Instagram. I'm about to be dropping music. You know, I hit the stool yesterday, so music about to be coming. Just go follow me again at CTV Milli. I'm the type of person to follow you back. I'll follow you back, you know, so just go look me up on Instagram. I'm gonna be there. You'll be able to stay up to date with everything. I let Instagram know what's up.
Yeah. That is good. And you know what? That sets us up nicely for me to go back to the quote, man, because our conversation stood for everything that this quote is. And it goes, your biggest opponent isn't the other guy.
Right.
It's who you see in the mirror. Because again, it all starts with you. And I think that quote, that quote set us up real nice for our conversation today. Millie.
You gotta love yourself.
Yeah.
Ugly, be ugly.
Be ugly all the time, you know. And it's so cool though too, Millie, the way we always take all of the scandalous slang that society calls us, ugly, dark, black, you know, hostile, all of those things. And we take that and we turn it into the coolest pieces of work. They saying the stuff that they called us. You know what I mean? They eating the meat that they said they'll never eat. That's their top meat. Like, come on, y'all. Stop trying to be like us. Just help us get this. Yeah, I mean, you know.
They don't want to say it. They don't want to say it, you know.
They don't want to say it. Yep. And glad that you and I ain't waiting to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So thank you so much, Millie. You are worth millions, man. Our conversation.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, man. Thanks for the solid. Yeah, much love, man. So to my audience, thanks so much for tuning in to Rappers in My Backyard. Y'all know we keep it lit. We got the young people, man, and we got the movement going. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell. That's the way you're going to learn about exciting guests that we have on the show. Also, check out our website and sign up for a newsletter. We keep it lit, y'all, only when we do this thing together, right? So I want to say thank you again to our special guest, Milli. He came in this Yeah. You came in here and you rocked it, man. So let's talk, express, relate, connect next Sunday at 2 p.m. Love you guys. We rap about relationships, entertainment, and music. You heard?